Hi Philip, my name's Jason, and actually I bumped into your site while looking for a roofer in Plymouth, and just wanted to point out a couple of things to you because obviously my profession is I actually help local businesses get more exposure and get more clients, and I just wanted to point out a couple of tips for you which you can change. You've got a great website, which I do like here, but when I actually searched in Google. I actually used roofer Plymouth in Devon, and I couldn't find you, especially on the first page. As you see here, there's the top 7. We call it the big 7, and with this sort of area you can actually get listed here with Google by just placing your local business there, filling out their card, and then verifying your address, and then we can obviously help you get on the big 7, because being on page 1 is the ultimate goal for any business these days if you want to stay in business. Now, going down there, I couldn't really find you again, so I think I found you on page 4, I think. Devon and Cornwall. Here we are, Devon and Cornwall Roofing. That's where I found you. You're on page 4 at the bottom. Now, also what you could have done is also be on page 1, do some Google ads, because that will get you on page 1 too. Now, to go into a bit more sort of a depth how to get your website on page 1, you need to find out what your local competition is doing to get themselves on page 1. So what we do with that, we actually go to a local citation finder, and we see the top 7, as we mentioned earlier, are here, and all their sort of citations is up there. We can't find yours there, so what we're going to do is add yours and quickly get your number if we can find it here. View details. Okay. What you need to do is have that visible, because a lot of people, when they already know they want a roofer, they just want to contact somebody, and if they're on a mobile sort of a phone or a tablet, it may not be visible to see that or to click that. So it might be a good idea just rearranging that to be visible always. I know you've got it up here, but to be honest, can't see it. This is more visible. Just a little tip. Now let's put that number in here. Okay, we've added you. Now we need to refresh the screen. Okay, excuse me. So we've got you added. You've got 0 citations, it says here, which is one of the reasons why you're not in the big 7. What you need to do here is add citations. You can do this yourself, really. It's just adding yourself to local directories like Bing, Yahoo. There's Foursquare. There's many out there. There's about 50 to 100 in the UK. Now, to be competitive, you need to be over, I would say, over 40, and that'll give you a good chance to be in the 3rd spot. And if you want to be the ultimate goal, well, beat 61. It's as easy as that. So long as you know what your competition is doing, you know what you've got to do to beat them. So that's that side of it. Now, if we go into a bit more depth with your website, and we'll go and see here, this is Majestic, and this does a real overhaul of your business, what names are referring you, what you've got linking in. The first thing I do see here is your trust flow. It's really low. You need to be over 10, and that, to quite honestly, it's where you've got other links actually recommending you, and Google actually sees that authority sites are recommended Devon and Cornwall Roofing. Excuse me. And that way, Google's going to promote you because you're already trusted by other sites. Your citations, as we said, pretty low. We mentioned that before. External links, you don't have much. Forward referring domains, you need more. You need more people referring you. A homepage title, brilliant. I see a lot of companies that don't have this. Congratulate you for having it. Let's have a look at your anchor text. Nothing much, is it? Alright, so you need more Broadway of anchor text and a lot more. Now, let's have a look at your competition and see what they've got, because it's interesting to see what your competitors are doing. So, BC Roofing, number 1 there, Roofing Plymouth, and they're number 1 in the organic search. So let's go take a look at them. There you go. Alright, immediately you can see their trust is over 10. It's 19, which is good. Citations, they're up to 22. with referring domains and also external backlinks, a lot more. And you can see the anchor text here is a lot more mixed. So you relatively know now what you have to do to be on page 1. You're not far, but most people these days don't venture very much further from page 1. When they want someone like a roofer or a plumber or a painter or decorator, they're wanting something now, and they only look on page 1, and they relatively do find them at that time. So what we need to do now is really take a look at Alexa to see how they're ranking you for traffic. Sorry, I need to get your domain. And what Alexa does, it's a part of Amazon, and they'll gauge your website for how much traffic's going to your website. Now, for instance here, okay, we don't have any. So that's the reason why you're on page 4, is because you've got no traffic going to it. So that's just an easy explanation. To give you a little example about getting traffic into positioning yourself, we'll take a look at my site, which is easylocalleads.com. As you can see, we're in the top 1 million for website traffic, and in the UK for website traffic, people going to our website, we're in the top 27,000, and we have an average of over 8 minutes people stay on their page. To give you that sort of comparison of where we are on Google, we put in a term, Plymouth SEO expert. That's quite a tough word to rank, because obviously it's our competition trying to rank for the same thing, and we've come up 2nd position. So out of 76,000 results, we're number 2. So that's just really explaining to you. We know what we're doing, and we can help you if you need help with that. All I'd like to say is thanks for watching that, and if you do need any help, get back to me. If you don't, it's not a problem. You could pass on our services to somebody else that kindly does need the service. In the meantime, have a lovely week, and I hope the weather's kind for you with this roofing. Take care.